There's a kind of danger that doesn't need noise, muscle, or chaos. It's the danger of the man or woman who has mastered themselves, the kind that doesn't flinch when provoked, the kind that doesn't speak when insulted, the kind that radiates an energy that says, "I do not fear you, nor do I need to prove myself to you." This danger is born from discipline, from silence, from control. It's not the kind of danger that seeks to harm. It's the kind that demands respect. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The moment we begin to live by that truth, we become something unshakable, something untouchable. 1. The ability to stay calm when others lose control. Most people believe power is in domination, raising your voice, displaying anger, asserting your will, but true power lies in stillness, in composure, in the ability to look chaos in the eye and not tremble. When a man cannot control his temper, he becomes predictable. When he cannot control his emotions, he becomes vulnerable. And when he becomes vulnerable, the world owns him. Epictetus reminded us, any person capable of angering you becomes your master, the one who stays calm under pressure, who doesn't react when insulted, who smiles when provoked, radiates something dangerous. Because the world doesn't know what he's thinking, they can't read him, and that uncertainty makes them cautious. It's the same energy that warriors, philosophers, and leaders once carried, an aura of inner command, not loud, not boastful, but grounded, controlled, silent. Calmness in the face of provocation is not weakness, it's the ultimate display of strength. It's a sign that you are no longer driven by emotion but by reason, that your soul no longer dances to the tune of external events but moves to its own rhythm, and that, to the undisciplined, looks dangerous. 2. The refusal to explain yourself. The second behavior that instantly makes you look dangerous is the refusal to justify your choices to anyone. We live in a world obsessed with validation. People post every thought, every move, every feeling, desperate for approval. But there's something unsettling about the person who doesn't need to explain, who makes decisions quietly, who walks away without a word. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And that's why so many seek approval. They imagine disapproval, and it terrifies them. But the Stoic mind does not beg to be understood. It knows the truth is not dependent on perception. When we stop explaining ourselves, we start living by our own code. Our silence becomes power. Our restraint becomes strength. People will misjudge us, criticize us, even fear us, because they can't control what they can't define. We don't argue with the ignorant. We don't defend what doesn't need defending. We act, we endure, we move forward. The quiet man who needs no audience, no applause, and no validation is the most powerful kind of man alive, because he's free. 3. The power of emotional detachment. There is something profoundly dangerous about a person who no longer reacts emotionally to the chaos around them. A man who has detached himself from the illusion of control, from the need for validation, from the desperate pursuit of being liked, becomes unpredictable. And unpredictability in a world addicted to reaction is power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." To the average person, that seems impossible. How can one not feel harmed when insulted, betrayed, or ignored? But to the Stoic, this is the essence of mastery. It is not that we are numb. It's that we have trained our minds to no longer let pain define us. The one who practices emotional detachment is not cold, he is clear. He sees things as they are, stripped of illusion and drama. When the world offends him, he asks not, "Why me?" but rather, "Why am I allowing this to disturb me?" He understands that his peace is his responsibility, and that giving it away to anyone else, whether through anger, envy, or desperation, is the greatest act of self-betrayal. Emotional detachment does not mean a lack of care. It means caring deeply about the right things, one's character, one's duty, one's purpose. The Stoic mind loves without attachment, helps without expectation, and walks away without bitterness. This kind of restraint terrifies people because it exposes how dependent they are on external validation. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." Freedom, in this sense, is not physical, it is psychological. It is the freedom from needing others to behave a certain way for us to feel whole. The detached individual can walk through betrayal, failure, or chaos and remain unshaken. He does not chase what is lost, nor fear what is uncertain. His strength lies in his ability to let go and to remain calm while doing so. Imagine a man standing in a storm. The winds rage, the world collapses, yet his face shows no sign of fear. His silence is not emptiness, it's control. While others scream at the sky, he focuses inward, mastering his own reactions. That man becomes intimidating not because of what he does, but because of what he no longer needs to do. He no longer explains, defends, or seeks comfort in noise. He simply is. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The detached mind lives by this principle. He does not waste energy fighting the inevitable. He accepts the nature of things, the cruelty, the loss, the change, and remains unmoved. This acceptance gives him an aura of calm power, the kind that makes others question themselves, the kind that makes even the loudest voices grow silent in his presence. Emotional detachment also breeds efficiency, because when we are not ruled by emotion, our actions become pure. Every move is deliberate, every response is measured. The detached man does not rush to prove a point. He allows time and truth to reveal it. He doesn't argue with ignorance. He observes it. He doesn't seek revenge. He becomes indifferent to the offender's existence, and that indifference is often the most unsettling form of power there is. In a society that thrives on emotional manipulation, politics, media, relationships, the person who cannot be manipulated becomes dangerous. He cannot be guilted into submission. He cannot be provoked into weakness. His silence is his weapon, his discipline, his armor. The Stoics believed that all suffering stems from attachment, to people, to outcomes, to illusions of control. And when we release those attachments, we no longer suffer. We see clearly, we act wisely, we live freely. There's a quiet fire that burns within the emotionally detached person. It is not visible, yet it consumes everything false within him. It is the fire of inner transformation, the same fire that forged warriors, philosophers, and kings. To be emotionally detached is not to withdraw from life, but to engage with it from a higher ground. It's to walk through life with your emotions in your hands, not the other way around. It's to smile when misunderstood, to stay silent when others crave reaction, and to find peace even when surrounded by chaos. That is what makes you dangerous, not your strength, not your words, not your appearance, but your silence, your calmness, your refusal to be moved by anything that seeks to pull you away from your center. And that, my friend, is the mark of a person who has truly mastered themselves, because once you have conquered your emotions, you have conquered the world. 4. The power of controlled presence. There's something unsettling about a person who walks into a room and doesn't demand attention, yet everyone feels their presence. No loud words, no desperate attempts to impress. Just quiet certainty. That's not arrogance. That's control, and control, in its purest form, is power. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The truly powerful do not talk about power, they embody it. They've mastered the art of stillness, and stillness is the mark of a mind that cannot be shaken. While the world screams for validation, they choose silence. While others rush to be seen, they stand back and observe. This composure is not born from pride, but from discipline. The kind of discipline only a person who has gone through chaos can develop. The controlled man understands that his energy is currency. He doesn't spend it recklessly. He doesn't entertain meaningless conversations or emotional outbursts. He saves it for what truly matters, for action, for purpose, for endurance. And when you live in a society that thrives on distraction and impulsiveness, this kind of restraint becomes intimidating. People fear what they cannot read. They fear the person whose emotions are not visible, whose motives remain unclear, whose silence hides depth. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And this mastery begins in the smallest of moments, the way you breathe before speaking, the way you respond when insulted, the way you hold yourself when others lose composure. Every small act of restraint builds an invisible fortress within you. That fortress is your character. That is what gives your presence weight. The Stoics believed that power is not in dominating others, but in conquering oneself. A man who has learned to master his reactions, who has trained his mind not to be provoked by chaos, becomes untouchable. His strength does not come from control over people, but control over himself. He walks slowly, speaks thoughtfully, and listens deeply. And yet he radiates a quiet danger. Why? Because emotional control disrupts the natural rhythm of society. Most people rely on reaction. They manipulate through guilt, fear, or anger. But when you cannot be moved by these things, they lose control over you. Your calm becomes a mirror that reflects their chaos. They start to crumble before you, not because you fight them, but because you don't. Seneca once said, "To be calm is the highest achievement of the self." The controlled man does not react to every offense. He doesn't seek revenge. He lets time reveal justice. He doesn't prove his worth through argument. He proves it through silence. He doesn't explain his decisions. He lets results speak. In doing so, he becomes what society fears most, a person who answers to no one but himself. But this control isn't easy. It's forged through pain, through nights of questioning, through betrayal, through loss. The Stoic understands that true composure is not born in comfort. It's born in fire. You only learn control after you've been broken by your own emotions, after you've felt rage consume you, fear freeze you, love blind you, and realize that none of those feelings helped you become who you needed to be. And so, he learns detachment, not from life, but from illusion. He stops trying to control what's outside of him, the opinions, the outcomes, the chaos, and focuses entirely on what's within, his perception, his actions, his discipline. When you reach this level of control, your very presence changes. You don't need to prove, to chase, or to defend. You simply exist, and that existence has gravity. People feel it. They may not understand it, but they sense it, because your silence holds the weight of someone who has seen the storm, survived it, and learned to walk through it without flinching. Control, then, is not suppression, it's freedom. The freedom to act without being a slave to impulse. The freedom to feel emotion without letting it rule you. The freedom to walk away without anger, to stand alone without fear, to love without losing yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And that is the secret behind the controlled presence. Strength that doesn't need to shout. A calm so firm that it unsettles those who rely on chaos. When you master yourself, you no longer chase control. You become control. Your stillness becomes your dominance. Your silence becomes your voice. And your composure becomes your weapon. Because in a world that worships noise, the one who remains calm will always appear dangerous. Get exclusive content and deeper insights. Join our membership today. Link in the description. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more wisdom to guide your journey.